Well, you guys, we have such a treat tonight. And I just want to say thank you to the guests who are on here tonight because I know that you came on, most of you to listen, to hear more about Mary Kay, but some of you came on because your consultant is in a contest or a promotion and she really wanted you to hear what Dawn had to share tonight. So before we hear from Dawn, let me just quickly introduce you to her. I want to read some things about her so that you can kind of get to know her a little bit before you hear from her. So 36 years ago, she was 23. So if you run the math on that, be quick. And she was engaged to be married to her husband, living in Cleveland and working 60 plus hours a week in a retail management training program that she was recruited for out of the University of Michigan. Now, for those of you who are working 60 plus hours, I want you to listen to this, okay? The Mary Kay product line was introduced to her by a new consultant who was asking her to be a face model for her Mary Kay portfolio. Dawn had a Mary Kay makeover and fell in love with the skincare set, and kind of a lot happened from there. She has built her business as being single, married, having two babies, 24 months apart, C-sections, no thank you, no local family support, 2 open heart surgeries for her son, a federal agent husband working lots of crazy hours, and more and more and more. Well, Dawn has earned multiple trips all around the world thanks to Mary Kay. Her highest check has not been written yet, but the one they paid her, is what we tell everybody, is in excess of $36,000 in 1 month. She's been driving pink Cadillacs for over 34 years. So please welcome my good friend, Dawn Otten-Sweeney. So Dawn, take it away, girl. Oh, gotta come off your microphone. There we go.
All right, I'm unmuted now. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for inviting me. Happy March, everyone. Guests, thank you so much for joining us. Guests, you have no idea what a treat you're in for. And consultants and directors, you know, Janice started doing this format to share, to pass on the Mary Kay company and culture, traditions, principles, our marketing plan at the beginning of the pandemic. And it has changed the Mary Kay world because I know at least 100 nationals that use this format. So thank you, Janice, for being so go give. That is a foundational piece of our business that we always want guests to know. Mary Kay Ash taught us. Janice and I were taught by Mary Kay Ash. She is a real life person. She's not a figment of people's imagination like Betty Crocker on a cake box, but she taught us that it was really important that we treat other people how we want to be treated ourselves. That's doing business according to the golden rule. So in that spirit, that's why we, come back together after 36 years. I'm still excited to be with you guys tonight to share with you why I love this business so much, why I love this opportunity. And I have to tell you, heading into 4 decades, most people who are heading into their golden years and getting ready to retire, all they can wait for is getting on the golf course and not having to go into work any longer. They are working to retire. I am grateful that Mary Kay is going to give us a family security program, but honestly, I love this business and am more excited about your opportunity with Mary Kay this March of 2023 than I have ever been in my 36 years. This is always an exciting time in Mary Kay. It's our championship season. This is our last 4 months of our Mary Kay year. So know as a guest, if you decide to join us, this is when the company does the most promotions. This is when the most training and events are available to you, because this is heading into our Super Bowl of Mary Kay. This is the World Cup. This is the Stanley Cup. Whatever sport you watch, this is it. Our March, April, May, and June, our final 4. Our company always supports us with spectacular promotions, and they are not disappointing us now. But for guests, why this is important for you is don't feel like you're coming in at the tail end and you've missed out. You actually can come in now and make up for lost time that you haven't been in the business, because there will be women. I'm going to bet there are going to be women on this Zoom right now that are going to get their consultant number, and they are going to be picking up free cars on the company's 60th anniversary stage in Dallas. There are going to be women who are on this call that they're going to get 8 women on their team in March, and in April 1st, they're going into director qualification. They're going to be debuting as a sales director on the 60th anniversary stage. You guys, that is how fast people are building Mary Kay businesses because of our ability to combine virtual with in person. The hybrid of designing this business, how it fits for you. More in person, more virtual, all in person. I mean, in Mary Kay, I love it. Everyone that does this gets a free car. Everyone that does this gets to be a sales director. Everyone that does this gets a ring on stage. As long as you do it, you get to figure out how you are going to teach women how to cleanse, exfoliate, tone, moisture balance, and protect their skin with one of the largest global beauty brands in the world, with a goal of impacting 600,000 women's lives by June all over the world. You guys, if you're on as a guest or a consultant and you just have always wanted to be part of something bigger than yourself, Mary Kay is a perfect vehicle for that. I look back 36 years ago right now, I wasn't in Mary Kay. I was working, like Janice told you, for a job I've been recruited for out of business school. And that was back when you got jobs when you went to college. And you had more than a piece of paper and student loan debt. But I saw what was ahead of me. The writing was on the wall. It may be your life right now that you have 2 to 4 weeks vacation. Between the pandemic and what's going on in the economy, you may be looking for a plan B or C because you may not be real secure in your job security, because we have seen medicine, we've seen education. Those used to be pretty solid, dependable industries. Well, the last 3 years just decimated those industries. So you may be, looking for something. And so like tune in and listen. I knew I was looking for something. I knew I was in credit card debt. I knew there was more month than money. I knew I didn't want the positions. I wanted the paycheck of some of the women that I was being groomed to be like, but I didn't want their life, because their life was get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. Get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. Now it may be get up, go to your computer, Zoom for 8 to 12 hours, and then, go to bed and try and do your life. I didn't want to do that for 40 years and find out that someone could downsize me because an industry is gone or shipped overseas, the economy, the government, etc. And so I was looking for something, but I never would have guessed it would come in the form of a Mary Kay opportunity. Now I look back and honestly, I can't imagine doing anything else. I have loved all those seasons of life that Janice talked about, from single to now my daughter's expecting our first grandbaby. I am watching her, drive in her pink Cadillac to her OBGYN appointments with her husband. And, knowing that my first grandchild's going to come home in a pink Cadillac, as my daughter did. The generational piece of this business, to see granddaughters and daughters and daughter-in-laws want to do what their mom and mother-in-law and grandmas have done, to me is such a compliment, because I know, watching my dad be very successful in business, I wanted the lifestyle that paycheck paid for, but I didn't want the life of it, really. I didn't want my life to be designed like that, because as a woman, I didn't know how I was going to squeeze in raising kids and all the different hats. Right now, I'm at the aging parent, taking care of them season. And I'm once again grateful that someone offered me this Mary Kay opportunity 36 years ago, because I didn't know what this season was going to look like, but God did. And so as you listen to this whole evening, if there's anything about it that catches your attention, maybe it's the possibility. And I want to talk about the possibilities for a moment, because our line that we launched last month in February was called the Power. It still is called. It's available to you. Power in Possibility, Spring Launch 2023. And there's something about that. It's our product launch, but I started to think, Power in Possibility, Spring of 2023. You guys, I'm looking at this as a whole new season in Mary Kay. I mean, our ability, we now know how to do virtual, and we have known how to do in person for going on 60 years. So we can teach someone from getting your consultant number to earning a car, becoming a director, and having mine or Janice's position. The fastest it's been done is 22 months to help find 22 women who want to be directors that you train, and you become a national sales director. 22 months was the record pre-pandemic. Now that we have this virtual piece in, someone's going to beat it. And it could be you, because there's more women who need money now than there has been. Gosh, what are the statistics about inflation in the last 40 years? A dozen of eggs. You want to talk about that? You could go sell an oil-free eye makeup remover and pay for a dozen eggs. That's nice. We used to not compare it to that, but I've loved a business that when inflation went up, I can make more money. When my family had needs, I could make more money. So I've never seen so much financial need when the cost of basic food, electricity, just life, that adversely affects everyone. It affects either your savings, your retirement, your debt to credit ratio, your confidence in your financial stability. I've never seen so much financial need in my almost 40 years in Mary Kay. Also, a need that I'm seeing that people have to be plugged into a community that's talking about something positive. Honestly, like the news, most social media, I find hopeless and depressing. But I love jumping into my Mary Kay bubble and talking about and teaching women how to take a $130 investment or a $30 investment and turn that into an extra $500 a week, an extra $500 a month, an extra $5,000 a week, an extra $50,000 a month. I mean, the choice is yours. It's yours. It's not someone else's, because alcohol, tobacco, and cosmetics are the 3 recession-proof businesses in the United States. I know we're in the healthiest of those 3. So women want hope, they want connection, opportunity. If they don't need an opportunity, a plan A right now, they're looking for a B and a C. And I'm seeing that from millennials through Encore, career women, and everything in between. But I was thinking about this power and possibility. And so for the consultants and directors that are listening to this, and for the guests, you guys think about this, guest, power and possibility. I love the combination of those words and I jotted this down when I was having this brainstorm. Power, like power and possibility. Let's talk about the opportunity right now. Because the products, they're fun and they can make you look better, but they're not really going to change your life unless you're sharing them with other women. The power and possibility of this opportunity can change your life. It makes it valuable because there's power in the possibility. It's exhilarating. I don't know about you, but I like something that I could be excited about versus all the things that I'm not excited about that I'm seeing, and I don't know what to do about it. But I do know what to do about as far as taking this product and helping women feel better about themselves, and taking this opportunity and teaching women how to be successful and be paid what they're worth around the priorities of God first, family second, and career third, which was very countercultural in the early 60s when Mary Kay started this. And we're still very countercultural, and we want to stay that way. And if you are someone that doesn't want to just be normal and go along with everything else that's going on, I don't know, maybe you're part of our tribe. It's energy giving, it's edgy, and it's sharp, it's focused, it's purposeful, and it makes you feel like, gosh, I could be courageous. And power and possibility. Then I start to think, what's the opposite of that? Like, you're fearful, you're fearful in the future and tomorrow and possibilities. That causes discouragement, not courage, discouragement. Or are you making excuses that you can't, you're not the salesperson type, or you're unwilling to do something different to get something different, or you've tried other drug selling companies and they haven't worked. Like you're looking at excuses versus thinking of, gosh, like these women have already done it. They're going to teach me how to do it. There is a success track to follow here. We are not just surviving after 60 years, we're thriving. Because when you start to make excuses, you get distracted from really some of the dreams that you've had in your life, that this could be a vehicle to fund, that this could be the vehicle that gets you off that distract and back towards who you're made to be. One of the three premises that Mary Kay said, if you protect these three things, this company will survive far past me. One is the golden rule. We already talked about it. You do business, you treat other people how you want to be treated yourself. The second is, Mary Kay said, she believed that God planted a seed of greatness in every single person, and it's our job to encourage it out. And then she also said, and I mentioned this also, that she believed that her life worked better when she prioritized it as God first, family second, and career third. And so the opposite of power and possibility, I also think it's comfortable. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. It's kind of soft. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like the idea of stepping outside my comfort zone and being challenged and encouraged. And I will tell you that if this makes you a little scared, I don't know about Janice, but I was scared. When I heard about this, it's like, I want to be one of those women that's comfortable in my own skin. Yes, I'd love to make $36,000 a month and know that my paycheck's only going to get bigger. I'm excited about making 60% of that a month for the next, 15 years. Totally company sponsored. I've loved having a free Cadillac for, 34 years. I've loved that I've gotten to not only walk out my dreams, but finance my kids' dreams of debt-free college and a dream wedding and a music school, and my husband being able to retire from being a federal agent in his early 30s to pursue his gifts and talents and actually parent his kids and see his kids. But I was scared, but I love the idea that in this business, people go, okay, all right, Janice, you're scared. Dawn, you're scared, but you can do it as long as you're coachable and willing. If you have desire and you will supply the willingness and the coachability, I was promised I couldn't fail as long as I didn't quit. I don't know. That seemed like a better bet than going 4 years to college and see if I got a job, and then see if I even liked the job after I invested 4 years in college, because I didn't. I mean, for someone to say, okay, you're going to put $130 in, and you're going to get 90% buyback and all the things that you're hearing about tonight, and someone's going to teach you who's already done it, not based on theory, based on practice. You don't get to be a sales director unless you prove to the company that you know how to teach people how to build a customer base and how to team build. And then a national, we don't become that until we know how to train the trainers how to do that. So you have women that, as long as I supplied my willingness and my coachability, they told me the only way I could fail was to quit. Well, I like that. That's outside my comfort zone. That's not comfortable. That's not soft. That's edgy, but there's reward there, right? It's power and possibility. So you guys, I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but if you are a guest and there's something about this, like when I heard this 36 years ago, my heart was beating fast and I just knew, I'm scared. My family and friends aren't going to be supportive. But I knew I'd regret it. I know I'd always wonder, could I be one of those people that could be talking about how much they love this business and how much they love impacting women's lives through this product and opportunity? And that, Mary Kay told us our paychecks, when we tell you our paychecks, I'm not telling you that because Dawn's great. Mary Kay said our paychecks are in direct proportion to the women's lives we've impacted, because we can't be successful in Mary Kay unless we help you reach your goals. And I love that. It's a win-win scenario. And that's what we are going to be racing through in March and through the end of the seminar year, our win-win scenarios. I hope you'll join us. I hope this does something that you're just like, I got to give this a shot. I'll feel like I'm missing out if I'm not. Like, I need some power and possibility in my future or my current situation. You guys, join us. You got, really, I thought I was risking that $100. I was risking everything you've heard about plus more. So thank you for joining us tonight. People are going to get free e-starts, are going to get door prizes. I entered one of those. I was not a winner that night, but I'm glad I didn't chicken out. It was not a sign from God I wasn't supposed to do this. It was probably just a sign saying, are you going to trust me? Or are you going to get into your head or, make a decision based on fear or fiction that you've made up on your own or someone else has made up? Or are you going to make this on facts and faith? I'm going to pray for the second for you. Thank you, Janice, for asking me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Dawn. That was so great. I always love hearing your story. And it's always the stories. And guests, we're going to go and continue on here with lots of dongs and lots of information. But Dawn, just thank you so much. We so appreciate you and everything that you shared with us tonight, because I know you touched many hearts tonight. So thank you.